3, 2, 1, let's go! Alright, what's up, Superhero Crypto Ninja family? Today we bring you our guest, Crypto Sage, and we're just gonna chit-chat about some of the news that has happened in the crypto world in the last week. So, let's see what we have on the list. Why don't we start with some intense drama? The Twitter post that I sent you this morning by a Twitter person known as a dying nobody.
Yeah.
So this post was quite intense. It reminded me of like the like kind of the wormhole of celebrities drinking blood and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Kind of that vibe, right? But with like everybody with crypto. So
the crypto underground.
Yeah, the crypto underground. So basically this guy, he says he found like a loophole in the, was it Discord?
No, actually on Telegram.
Oh, Telegram. Damn. Okay, so he found a loophole in Telegram back in 2019, and he was able to basically, I think, spy on people's conversations, right?
Yeah, he was able to basically get all of the alpha from private groups. He was able to track and find people who are very like up top and influential and follow all of their conversations. So he got in on everything.
Yeah, so he also just let the bot run, and it collected over like 130, I think, gigabytes of data. That I don't know if he's gone through obviously some of it, and I think he's in the process of releasing it. And he says he has like press and stuff like that covering some of the articles, which would be interesting. But yeah, he says the underground, like crypto influencers getting paid, some stuff. I don't know if it's safe to mention, but who cares? Hits on people that have like crypto. So like putting out assassinations. He mentioned like there was not like 1, 2, but there's 3 types of assassinations or something. Anyways, just some intense stuff. So he has certain dates that he wants to release this info. I think on this 15th. Apparently, maybe the 20th and then the 30th. I could be wrong. You might want to check that Twitter post. We'll link it down below. But a lot of influencers saying, don't click on the link to download those files. Obviously, wait till other people have done it. Wait till the idiots have done it and they release it, and make sure it's not like a virus or something, because it is quite intense, his long-ass Twitter post. So it got a lot of attention. I think he has like 30,000 followers out of nowhere. Apparently, this guy's dying too, so that's why he's releasing a lot of this info. He's sick.
Yeah. So what I got from this post, and I think that this is kind of amazing. Yeah, a person kind of like on their deathbed. Like if this is for legit, then he wants to basically kind of come clean and release the guilt. But he used his technique to make himself a lot of money. But at the same time, he got to discover like major rug pulls. He got to discover like top influential people who are just like pretending and basically creating a facade. Collaborations between people like to take out other people, basically like really just the dark like underground side of crypto. And
I'm excited.
But crypto is like taking some wild hits, right? We have that other topic. So this is like coming from this underground, and then we have it coming from the governance, right? There's all of this crypto crackdown happening in so many places, like wildflowers popping up all at once.
Yeah, what have you I've been out of the loop because I had some couch surfers over, but what have you noticed with the crypto crackdown? Are you talking about the Binance case with the SEC or something else?
That is one of them. I think that's one example. So with Binance, what's happening is the SEC is basically saying that when they launched their BNB back in 2017, that looks like it was a security, but they passed it on as a non-security.
Good old 2017. It's about time everybody's gonna get caught.
Yeah, it's coming down. Hey, so that's just one example of it. But I think yesterday I shared with you a few.
Well, I just want to say, going back, let's stick on the BNB case for a second. I think CZ, the founder of Binance, and the guy who's also from Vancouver, he's been pretty good working with the regulatory bodies. Like he's always been one to appease them. So I don't think this is like as crazy as maybe people are thinking it's going to be like the XRP case. I think he's going to resolve it really quick. And whether he needs to like pay a bunch of fines, I mean, he already has the money. So I don't know, man. It's I think what we can tell our viewers is if you have money on Binance, you might want to move it out. I think that would probably be a smart, safe, preemptive move.
Yeah, I think so. But at the same time, I feel like, but it's hard to say these days, honestly, like, because I look at Binance and I'm like, well, it's such a like megalith, monolithic kind of like organization. I would figure that, and you remember like a while ago, they beefed up on their, if I'm not remembering correctly, they beefed up on their lawyers and they hired a whole bunch more lawyers to essentially protect them. I feel like most likely they'll be able to handle it, well, and be able to like fight it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have so much money. One of the topics here was Binance Lab raises $500 million. I don't know if you've seen this. So Crypto Sage and I have worked on a couple projects in the past together, and including trying to raise money from VCs. And this arm that they have, Binance Labs, have you ever seen it?
I just heard about it. I saw it in an article.
Yeah, you just literally go to the website. They have an application form, and remember how like complex some of these application forms were? This one is literally like you could fill it out in like 5 minutes. And I don't know, somebody will which is pretty cool. So $500 million going to like Web3 apps and stuff like that. So if anyone has some crazy ideas, highly recommend just quickly applying to that Binance Labs fund.
Great idea. Yeah, great idea. So that's, so that's the SEC example. There's many examples popping up, right? We had, what was the one that Yahoo did this like clickbait, the arrest? Oh, it was the Opensea.
Oh, right? Yes. That's also on the list. Yeah.
Yeah.
But did you hear about that one fully?
Basically like somebody in Opensea was seeing like what's about to launch and stacking up on those and then launching it on the featured page, right, and making a bunch of money. Yeah,
so it was actually an ex, I think it was one of the heads that has already left. So people are thinking like, oh my god, perfect that he left your company and now he's getting audited. So people want to know like what's actually happening. Hopefully they deep dive into what's happening right now in OpenSea, because there's been rumors and people have I think proven this. I think BitBoy mentioned this, that everybody basically on the team was involved, and if they owned the NFT, they would keep it on the site, and other people's they would take off the site to ensure that they're sold. But what's funny is that this quote unquote head of, or ex-head of OpenSea, he didn't make much money, man. People calculated it and it was like, I think he made like $16,000 or even like 64,000. It's like something minor, but now he's fucking going to jail. So he flipped him for like 2 to 5 times, which is like almost nothing.
It sounds like though this also might be like a scapegoat kind of thing.
Yes.
Like what you're, it's like, oh, it's this one guy over here, but it's probably like what you're saying. It's probably the whole freaking organization.
Probably. Which is crazy. Like, I don't know. I use OpenSea. I think a lot of people do.
Yeah.
I heard about a few other competitors. Do you remember any? Super Rare? Is that one of them? There's a
Super Rare is the one I've used. Yeah. I sold one of my cheetahs on Super Rare.
And then there's like a Solana one too. I forget, that's coming up pretty strong. Yeah, but I don't know, just specializing in like Solana. Because OpenSea started accepting coins as
OpenSea is cross-platform from what I remember. Yeah. And then we also have, right, the South Korea one. That's just another example. Like, I think there's even more than this.
What's happening in South Korea? I don't know.
South Korea is basically also doing this crackdown, almost similar to what Russia did just a little while ago, where their version of the SEC, called what is it? Financial Supervisory Service, FSS.
Yeah.
What they're doing is they're basically looking at any kind of companies that sell crypto, that exchange money for crypto, and they're trying to basically introduce regulatory factors to it, so that and it's all kind of following this Terra crash, Yeah. And I think we talked about this last time, that we thought this might be it might have been just a setup to start this whole ball rolling, or just a black swan event. But basically the different exchanges and anybody who's selling crypto to the public is getting like audited in South Korea.
You know what I'm very surprised about? South Korea is like huge, and obviously Terra had Do Kwon come out of there, but a lot of these projects that I review on a daily basis, if they're an Asian project, most of the time they're Korean. So they have a bunch of entrepreneurs creating projects out of there. Yesterday there was like, I think, a Sing to Earn, which I thought was a cool project. It was cool. Yeah, because we know singing apps have taken off, right? Like the ability to sing with people. But at the same time, those like Sing or Move to Earn, which I think everybody's kind of relating it to, is still considered a Ponzi, which everything is, but whatever. Happen.
That was also our talk last time. Yeah, the Ponzi nature of commerce, really.
Yeah. So was there any other global kind of crackdowns that you heard about? So we had the South Korea one, the Binance one. You had also listed stablecoins. Is that part of some of the crackdown stuff?
Stablecoins? No, not necessarily. There's just a lot of innovation that's happening in stablecoins.
Oh yeah, you sent me an article about USDD, which is tell me what you know about that, because I don't know if you trust the Tron guy, but a lot of people don't.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I can't necessarily say I trust anybody, but if with that same gist, I would say like I trust most things just to check them out. USDD sounds very interesting. Like I try to understand a little bit more. They have something that has not really been done before, but will this really make a huge difference? I don't know. Over collateralized stablecoin. That is the basic premise of USDD. So right now they have $1.3 in assets for every one USDD. Okay, so they're trying this approach, and it's still a treasury-based approach. But you know, it's interesting. The thing that they're doing to incentivize, I guess they got their own version of Anchor, which is, I believe it's called Just Lend, if I'm not mistaken, and they're offering 30% APR. 10% more than Anchor did. So is it going down the same route? Hopefully not.
You almost want to get regulators involved, right? Like whoever's investigating Terra, can you just like put some of your task force on this one and just make sure it's okay? Give us the thumbs up. Sounds bad to say, but whatever.
But that's what I mean. The thing is that with all of these algorithmic stablecoins, they're trying to get away from regulation in the sense of like, can we create a stable asset to trade against in the decentralized world? What if we just like not really, have to get involved with any regulatory body, right? And make it secure so that it can like really inspire trust in people.
But don't you think that trust has been absolutely annihilated, and that they're going to have a really hard time, or at least they have lost 90% of the people that might have trusted them before? I think it's this whole freaking battle between centralization and decentralization, right? Like even just thinking about that article where that girl was apparently raped in the metaverse, and like when you have full decentralization, you can get some weird shit because people have, it's like the freedom of speech, but to a whole nother level, right?
Yeah, man, it's always going to be this kind of like, with centralization, you seem to get like more organized and more safety. But this is the classic thing about like even the US government, right? It's like this question between like, do I want safety or do I want freedom?
Yeah, such a battle. Yeah,
we have both with an over kind of like somebody who looks over you to regulate you so that you're safe, but then you lose your freedom.
It's horrible, man. People got to be saved from themselves. People need some Jesus Christ, maybe.
Yeah.
Who's investing in Jesus NFTs?
Man, that's a pretty good idea. I think you have a lot of great artwork already for that.
There was one project, actually. It's amazing artwork, actually. This guy created like all these different cultural Jesuses. Looks really cool. But let's take a side tangent. This wasn't on the list, but NFTs in general. How are you feeling about them, man?
I look at NFTs actually very favorably, because like what I'm seeing with them is that they are basically membership cards.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
Many people are thinking it's about art or about what you're seeing on there, but it's not. Like the art is cryptic. If you really pay attention to many of these projects, the art represents what kind of membership you have.
Yes.
Like if the thing is holding a beer bottle, you're gonna be invited to like a
Yes.
beer like event. If it's on a snowboard, to snowboarding. If it's blah blah blah. So I think if people really grok this is like, if we think about buying a membership, let's say whatever, we're exploring Jason Casper's course and we buy that. But instead of selling it for $500, he creates an NFT line that basically continues to either increase in price, or like I'm done with the course and I can sell the NFT to somebody else, and it has perpetual value. And at the same time, he can continue to add benefits. It's basically like this amazing, I think, thing that can bind people together within a community.
Mm-hmm. Well, I did want to ask you, so this is a perfect conversation, because I had a company reach out. They do massages, mobile massages. And so like we're saying, it's a value offering, and they're doing an NFT launch where basically, like you said, is a membership. You get this NFT, which is again, a piece of art. And then you get a massage every single week for 2 years. So my question to you is again, what makes this, what do you think is the benefit of having this on the blockchain? Because for example, Jason Casper, if he's doing an NFT, he can just do it without the piece of art, right? It's still a membership. One of the things that comes to mind is maybe it's just more transparent because it's on the blockchain. So you'll know how many members are in it. You might know who's cashing out, who's trading it, all that stuff. So it's a little bit more transparent. But in terms of the benefits, other than the art, or is the art the main thing that binds the community together? You know what I mean? Because this can all be done in a centralized way before too.
Yeah, I mean, I think the art is secondary. The art really doesn't have to be there, but it's kind of like, I mean, if you think about like cool cards, like even like cool Visa cards or whatever, like they look cool, like they have a cool design. So I think that this is also part of it, but I also think that many people still don't get it. Like there's people who create NFTs because they want to share their art as the lineup of NFTs, and they don't have any membership benefits. So then literally, yeah, you have this piece of art, but that's not like, to me, I don't feel like that's where the value or the future in NFTs is. I think it's much more so in the fact that, yeah, you have this cool thing that you can, and I think the cool factor of it is social media.
Yes, like, it's flaunting it, right? It's like when you walk around in your metaverse and now you have like your different icons of the different memberships that you're part of around your head. You can easily be like, oh yeah.
And many of them even will create, like I'm part of one project. I don't know even know what they're doing right now. I haven't checked up on them in a little while. Remember I shared with you, I think they were called like Karma Cats.
Okay. Yeah.
I just like the cool, like the visuals of it. And what they're doing is they're building a retreat membership. Okay. So it's to do yoga retreat, meditation retreats, things like this, apparel, all in that category. But they also will create a metaverse avatar for you based on the NFT that you have. So you can literally be that whatever NFT cat you got, you can become that cat.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Metaverse.
In which metaverse though? Decentralized?
Well, this is the thing, right? Is like, where is it? And where, like, will these be completely all separate worlds? Are there going to be eventually bridges between them?
Probably bridges, which would be cool.
Yeah. Walk across the bridge to like some other fucking metaverse.
Literally, right? Yeah. Screw this like bridge like interface that looks like it was made like 10 years ago. If I can literally walk across the bridge and throw some coins in there and get it converted.
Wormhole, right?
Yeah. Oh my god. Bunch of nerds. Okay.
I also want to say, like, one thing about the NFTs that's got, like, to me, it feels like there's a cool factor beyond, I guess, here's what I want to say. Like, there is a sense of you are being exposed to basically the global marketplace, right? Like if you're just, if let's like, again, work with Jason Casper's example, like he's selling like memberships to his community, to his thing. So that's cool. That's like him generating that money, revenue. It's perfect model of business. But then there's another model of business where your things get traded. Like somebody is, interested in your membership, and then you put it up, and then on the open market, people start to find out about you, and people are like actually trading their access to you in your community. I think that there is something, to me, it's like there's something really unique.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
It's yeah, you're right. That there's like it's not a centralized platform, but let's say everything gets listed on Opensea, which it is right now. That allows people to discover it. Man, exciting times we're in. So hopefully we collect some NFTs that will benefit humanity and ourselves and our families, and not just kill our bank accounts and our life savings.
Absolutely.
Okay, next up we have a topic nobody cares about, probably. Solana crashes again. Okay, next. Who's invested in Solana right now? Probably a lot of people. Not me. But I do like the project.
Yeah, I heard who was mocking it? Oh, it was the Cardano, right? The Cardano founder. I don't remember what he was saying. I just saw the article that he was mocking their crashes, second crash in a row.
Yeah, I think it's like the third or something, but I think this is all just part of evolution and innovation. Obviously, you're not going to have something technologically advanced that doesn't fuck up every once in a while. So hopefully it just offers the team the ability to fix these issues. And it's not like they're Do Kwon when they just fucking run away. They actually address it like within a couple hours.
That's comforting.
Yeah. There's been a lot of hype. I don't know if you've been in the loop of all these layer 2 scaling solutions now that Ethereum's 2.0 might come out soon. So layer 2 scaling solutions that are doing airdrops. So a lot of people, I heard this first, I think it was Up Only many months ago, the Kobe guy, who I absolutely love for like inside scoops on stuff. He mentioned that layer 2 scaling solutions would be really hot and that the airdrops would be worth a lot of money. So there was one called Optimism that did their airdrop. I heard about them like 6 months ago, and I used their platform, their DeFi platform, just so that I could qualify. And it turns out they made a bunch of changes because I wasn't following them for a while, and they're like, okay, now you don't qualify. And so I was like, damn it. And then it turns out this article comes out and 17,000 people had the same experience as me. They used it and then their wallets were cut off of the airdrop. But that's all on our faults for not following it closer.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with those. I remember that we looked at a few coins that were these layer 2 solutions, but I kind of stopped following that topic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, should be pretty big along with Metaverse and gaming coins when the bull run resumes. Was there anything off the top of your head that you could think of that was important? I have some like really minor stuff, which is like Chipotle accepts cryptocurrency, and like all these fast food companies are adopting, which is, yes. I don't love it. Obviously, fast food's not something I encourage for the world, but it's cool to see how fast literally the fast food companies can pivot and adopt this stuff. More so than almost any other industry. So there was a weird one where I think it was Wendy's was working with Meta, aka Facebook, to create a virtual place where people could create an avatar, sit down, buy virtual food, and virtually eat it. And I guess I don't know what the benefit was, but I'm assuming it's for like community and like conversation, which I found, yeah, you laugh, right? It's kind of weird, first of all. But then I was like, because I'm going to the gym now quite often, I'm like, pretty soon people are going to go to the gym in the metaverse and they'll go there to have conversation and like work out their virtual avatar. So weird, man. And then go eat some Wendy's.
Yeah, it reminds me of like Tamagotchi.
Yeah, feed yourself.
Yeah, you have to keep feeding this thing and then it dies.
Oh my god. The best rug pull ever would be if all of this metaverse shit is fake and eventually we create it and realize that we're already in one. And it's just this giant rug pull.
By the original creator.
Everyone's like, no, I lost my metaverse. And then they're like, dude, wake up. You're in the metaverse.
Yeah. I think that overall, like we're seeing both like the crackdown and like the suppression and the trying to like really regulate, and and all of this other kind of thread of like centralized digital currency. And then on the other side, we also see this like adoption and a lot more ways to actually be able to use it, to have it be practical. And I think that companies like Chipotle, if I'm not mistaken, they partnered with some kind of startup, right? That's doing this. and this is a great innovation too, a great idea to be the startup that converts, currency to, or cryptocurrency to fiat for these companies, and and make some money off of them.
All right, let's give a couple shout outs. There's a company called Fluid Finance. They just launched, I guess, an app that allows you to use regular traditional dollars. Oh no, it allows you to use crypto to pay for anything that can accept MasterCard, which is almost like everything. So that's crazy. I want to check that out. And then it gives you cash back too. So Fluid Finance, shout out there. I also want to give a freaking let's talk about USDT.
Oh, right. That was the other crypto. Oh, that was the other stablecoin conversation.
Yeah. So what I know about them, I just watched a couple videos. I forget who, so I can't give credit. Maybe Chico Crypto did an investigation in this. Yeah, it was Chico Crypto. So apparently, like, a lot of their lawyers and their main team was involved in like Ultimate Bet, which was a crazy poker site scandal. Did you hear about this?
No.
So, like online poker sites, right? There was a couple scandals, like maybe like 5-10 years ago, I forget. It was called enabling God mode. So the guys working inside created the software where you enable God mode, which basically means that you can see everybody's cards, right? They got in a bunch of shit, and so those same guys are basically the people behind Tether. And everybody, or after watching that video, it's like, are they enabling God mode on your trading? You better. Are they working with exchanges to enable God mode? Who knows? But given their track record,
yeah, it's pretty wild. And I mean, you shared with me a little bit about like their contingency plan, like what happens if they crash. And basically, like, I think what you mentioned is like, if you have less than 100,000 in Tether, you get nothing if they wipe out.
You don't get priority in order to get liquid and cash out. In fact, so it's like all these rich people like Sam Bankman-Fried from FTX and anybody that's a whale, essentially, if they've applied, I guess. So that's going to be crazy. That, I think everyone knows that is basically the catalyst. That is the catalyst. Tether getting fucked.
Catalyst for what?
For like all of crypto going back down to dollars. Yeah. Woohoo, dollar Bitcoin. I'll buy a bunch. I don't give a fuck. I think it's worth it still.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, it could go any direction, right? Like, I just want to kind of reflect, like, there used to be, even a short few years ago, let's say 5 years ago, like, we were looking at life and it was so stable, right? It was so clean and clear, and it's just
sorry, wrong one.
And it's like you can plan ahead and you got the sense of like what's going on, and you could plan for the future. Here now it's just like it's more like running on those like lava stones where it's like they sink after you. Like, you're like, oh man.
It's more exciting, right?
It's way more exciting.
Oh my. All right, we covered a lot today. Thank you so much for coming on the show, Mr. Sage. If you guys are listening, Mr. Sage and I will be probably doing other topics that we are very passionate about besides crypto, like spirituality, relationships, love, death, all of that good stuff. So stay tuned for that. If you like this content, make sure you like and subscribe, and we will see you soon. God bless. Take care. Actually, let's end again, because I think our viewers liked it last time. Mr. Sage, do you have any life advice maybe you've learned in the last 2 weeks that you might want to share with the audience? It could be crypto related, maybe not.
Man, I definitely have some life advice, and I've been learning in the last 2 weeks.
Nice.
We're going through some really powerful experiences. Here's what I learned. And we can apply this to crypto. We can apply it to the markets, to our finances. I mean, I imagine most of us here are like here because we want to generate wealth. But sometimes the opposite happens, right? You put up your money, you really be so diligent, you put a lot of effort in, you build something, and then whatever it is, could be a rug pull, could be the Terra, right? It could be anything. And what do we do like in those moments? And this is the, I guess, the piece that I want to share today, because many times in those moments, the thing that we really want to do is just like run away from the problem, like exit out, not not pay attention to it, numb ourselves out, try and make up for it. We'll have different like feelings. We'll have like anger, revenge. We will try to like revenge trade back. We're trying to, and so many times, anything that you do here, any action you take from here is just going to destroy you more. Like it's most likely going to create way more loss for you. What I found is that in these moments where it's like these heartbreaking moments, you feel loss and you want to shut down, you want to run away, I've just been opening to this experience and I've had amazing support. It's not that I took big losses in crypto or things like this. It's just exploring this deep dynamic of relationship. But having this support from my friends really just helped me to remember, wow, just stay here, stay in the feeling, just feel what's there. And the thing is, it's almost like there's this magical quality to it. Wisdom comes out as you stay with this experience of suffering your loss, right? Like eventually coming, not to just hating, angry, denying that it happened, but eventually coming to accepting it, grieving it through. Oh, and then you actually get these pearls of wisdom about that subject. Because as you sit with it, you probably will get to see what mistakes you made. You'll see and feel your intuitive hits that have come to you and you didn't act on them, or something's come to you and you did the opposite of it. So as we just stay with that aspect of the downside of life, right? The downside of trading, investing, risking ourselves, either in relationship or in finances, just being vulnerable and saying, here, I'm going in for it. We get to come out with like a new level of confidence, clarity. We know ourselves deeper, much deeper than if we were to just run away, deny it, like close it out, and pretend like it didn't happen because we're ashamed or we're embarrassed or we just don't want to feel those feelings. I think that's been the biggest lesson, and that's what I would love to share with all of us.
That's beautiful. That's really good life advice, and also related to crypto. Make sure that you guys face your dragons, otherwise they're gonna come back and eat you alive and haunt you. So you gotta sit with the pain in the fire sometimes, and in those moments you might catch, like Crypto Sage was mentioning, nuggets of golden wisdom that you never knew you needed in your life. So with that, God bless everybody. Take care of your health and your relationships, and most importantly, invest safe, and goodbye.